For me, for the fans that are here, tayo ang panalo dito. So kahit anong mangyari, magmahalan tayo kasi yung mga players natin, pinapakita nila yung best para sa inyo. Kung sino man manalo dito, let's support them. I-representa nila yung Pilipinas sa upcoming MSC sa Cambodia.
That's right!
Tama.
See the world!
Para sa mga fans natin dyan, of course, lahat ng mga teams natin, regardless kung sino mang naunang malaglag during playoffs, huwag natin kakalimutan yung hardship, yung storya ng bawat players dahil yung storya nila ay storya nating lahat dito sa MPL Philippines at sa MSC, gagawa tayo ng bagong history para sa Pilipinas.
At para rin sa ating mga online viewers dyan, gusto namin marinig at mabasa ang inyong mga comments. So predict down below kung sino ba sa tingin nyo ang mananalo. Will it be Blacklist International or will it be Echo? At to all our online viewers, gusto niyo bang manalo ng diamonds? All you have to do is comment a photo of yourself watching the MPL Philippines playoffs sa hashtag of the day post. Matatagpuan natin yan sa official Facebook and Twitter accounts ng MPL Philippines and you can get a chance to win 1,000 MLBB diamonds. Ano ang hashtag of today? Hashtag
MPLPH Grand Finals.
Again, MPLPH Grand Finals. So, sali na kayo. Eto, before we start, I wanna know whose side you're on. Agents, where are you at? Orcas, let me hear you. When I say Blacklist, you say? Blacklist? One more time, Blacklist? Orcas, when I say echo loud, you say? Echo loud? Echo loud? Here we go. Orcas, agents, let's start the grand finals between Echo and Blacklist International.
Malakas ang Pinas. Malakas Pilipinas, malakas kahit na we become the monsters. Malakas Pilipinas, malakas face the golden sun and rep it for the. Look at us to the top, no it's the ones winning any game. Para to sa PA and a yes. Di mo matitinag aming bosses on your level. Nasa kalye man ang mobile, you know I become a legend. Open fire, we unite, we winners. Built with pressure, like diamonds are made of. Switching the lane na parang gera. HP Racing may reset, I built like a tank. Buhat ni Hilda, full that's it, parang lighter.
Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to, daw tayo malakas, para sa Pinas.
Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang
malakas, para sa Pinas.
Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Oh! Hold on. Malakas ang Pinas. We are locking every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Pag nagsama-sama, just imagine what we can achieve.
Nagging MVP, no surrender, no retreat. Giving 100 all my options, cannot be defeated. Woo!
We are unstoppable, immune and invulnerable. Ready ang equipment, lahat frozen mala. Pakito na drop like pista pa sa east. So what I was proud and loud, cause every enemy we devour.
Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin total tayo malakas.
Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Oh!
Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas kahit anong lane, we become the monsters.
Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas, face the golden sun and ribbon for the 3 stars.
Handa na sa labanan, buong puwersa nakalaan, rain at hari sa harapan, backup agents sa palaban. Pero wag malulungkot, di kayo makakalusot. Edward maghahakot itong medalya ang suot. UN na nahimik sa may gilid habang nakatitig sa paligid. Kwago ay napasilip, nakaisip ang bigla sa gilid. Puso ng kampiyon, never backing down. Agent sabay-sabay, complete the crown.
Bueno mano, pag ang orka ay bumuelo, alam na yan. Pati Indo mag-e-e-e-e-eko sa bayan. Sigurado, lansyamado, una effort pang ganado. Pwede ka nang maborsilo sa amin natong kampyonato. Right check, nice sport, dapat ka ng kabahan. Oy map check, nice G, bagyo ka masegwihan. Di mo mariretrihan, tisigotin na kasi. Yeah, we set the celebration, pa Cambodia na kami.
Pilipinas at buong mundo! Welcome our grand finalists, Blacklist International and Echo!
Malakas para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami malakas para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite with the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite with the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite with the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, with the stars.
From Pasig to Jakarta, all the way back home, in these hallowed grounds where champions have been crowned, they're about to take the rivalry to a whole nother level. Tonight, for the MPL Philippines Season 11 Championship. It
Man.
says we were bros here for the grand finals.
Oh, what an honor.
I just can't, man.
Yeah.
That performance early on, wow. I am hyped up.
Yeah, that is one hell of a way to start the grand finals. This is the trilogy in terms of major event grand finals for Blacklist International and Echo. And as you mentioned, in these very hallowed halls.
It was worth noting given the grand finals appearances of VYs, but then again, both of them are going to MSC 2023 Raise Up and hashtag show your lakas ng Pinas because they're both going to MSC, folks. Our delegates, Blacks International and Echo, are going out to hashtag see the world. Now, the rivalry. Are they going to take this to Nonton?
I think so. This is like a rematch of a rematch, in a way. It's part 3, right? I mean, these guys went head-to-head. It was, what, 6 games, I believe, last season?
Yep.
And then, you know, in M4, they went head-to-head, Echo pulling out on top. And now I feel like there's a little bit of a revenge match here, even for Blacklist International.
Yeah, it's like redemption, yes, for Blacklist, based on what happened in the grand finals of M4, but at the same time, it's also redemption and revenge for Echo. You mentioned they lost the grand finals in the Philippines 4-2, just 6 games. So both of them are going into this with a mindset of, you got one over us,
we gotta get one over you again.
Quick recap of how the weekend has gone so far. Blacklist have yet to lose more than one game in every series they've played in. Only one game every series. That's how dominant our defending champions are. And dare I say, this is the strongest they've ever been in Season 11.
I don't know what it is. You know, I don't, again, we're talking about it before even day 1, day 2 of the playoffs, where we had a kind of a vision of Blacklist International Season 11 regular season.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I would say it started in those last couple of weeks, week 7, week 8. They made some changes. They came out swinging with a bang. They took those 2 weeks, about 2 weeks off before the playoffs. And then it was like a different Blacklist International, that refined version. It might be a couple different names, but still, nonetheless, it was that dominant Blacklist International we're used to seeing.
I feel like the key for Blacklist International and the secret to their success is something that happened in those 2 weeks, behind the scenes. Of course, one of the narratives that the agents in their community are saying is a key member of their management team behind the scenes. They call him Boss Rada, came back to the team and told them, talked to them, went back to his role of the one-on-ones, talking together as a team. So that had to do something mentally to Blacklist International, that it changed the field of their in-game decision-making with drafting and how they execute, back to being the near-flawless Blacklist International we know.
Talking about execution, here is the excellence of execution for both teams. Repping the XP lane, the newly crowned member of the Hall of Legends, Legend Zero, facing off against Sanford, who has been on a, warpath throughout the weekend.
Yeah, yes. Is that going to be a new moniker? Legend Zero? Do we Legend Agent Zero? How do we play around with
Homie
that?
earned it, but I will still call him a Bunjing.
There it is. That works too, right? And, you know, with that being said, Edward alone, a lot of times we actually talked about this, the way that he plays that XP lane, how much of an impact he has there, and how he's just kind of like razor focused, locked in, and that switch just flips, and that usually really capitalizes on. But across from him, and like they saw in M4, Sanford's the same way, right? He does the same exact thing, and now this is why it's such a massive head-to-head for both these teams with XP lane.
Yeah, at this point, anyone who says that, oh, Edward has the experience, Sanford at this point, you could say, he has the experience too. He knows what it's like to be in a grand finals. He knows what it's like to be in a big-time match. And this is a big-time rivalry as we enter the first draft of our first game.
Echo on the play, Blacklist answering back. Not much of the script has changed, despite this being the first time Echo and Blacklist meet up in this season's playoffs. There goes the Estes, the Faramis, and the Joy, key heroes for both Oh My Venus and Legend Zero. Blacklist, though, they take out the Kaja and the Franco.
Yeah, with the Kaja and Franco gone, Blacklist International are going to have their eye set and potentially picking up something like the 1-1. And I think that's what Blacklist International is thinking. Do we ban out the 1-1? And of course you will. You're up against Benny Cutie. You're up against Echo. First pick here, Fredrin, Valentina, Arlott, Glue, all still on the table. And it's going to be the Glue, taking it out from the hands of Legend Zero and into the hands of Sanford, the Apex Predator.
I like it. You know, go ahead and roll with that. Take the Glue pick. It's great. One thing on my wish list I would say for the series, boys, is I want to see Benny Cutie use the gold lane Minotaur again. Not saying it's going to happen here. The Franco is banned out. That might be the answer for it for the rest of the series because they don't want to go through those double hook kind of combinations to deal with. But already, picks coming out here quite quickly. There's the Eve, the Fredrin for Blacklist International. So far, Carl TZ going to pick that Tanks-a-lot, Lancelot here, and we'll see what the next one's going to be.
They pick up the Farsa, so they're going to be battling each other with pokes. That means Blacklist International needs to be smart with what they pick here. And they decide to pick up the Arlott as it is open. The familiarity between these two teams, how they prepared for each other going into these grand finals. Blacklist International got here first, but it seems like they already thought about Echo. And Echo, they still had to go through RSG. But I don't know if it's the history or really just they knew that they were making it to the grand finals. A strong feeling about it. Fast bans and fast pickings all around. So now Blacklist International will be looking to take away the heroes of Yaoi. With a Kufra gone, let's see what else Blacklist will take away from him.
Oh, they're shorting out the choices. Coach Tick and Coach Treb choking down the rookies' hero pool. Owl gonna get his carry taken out. Possibly maybe another.
Yep.
What's the Brody looking like here? Is the Claude still
Yeah, I was
out?
going to say Claude Brody. You know, he's kind of opted for both of those. I would expect Echo to just go ahead and ban out the Claude.
One of them.
Yeah.
So it's a safer go.
Blacklist International, yeah. I see Claude going to the 4th pick there for Ao. But then that would mean the Blacklist International are going to be looking for the mid-game, late-game's power spike, while Echo's draft right now is very early to mid. Is that something Blacklist International would want to play into? Let's find out if it is. And we all mentioned the Mincetar. Blacklist says, yeah, we really don't want to go up against that, which means Blacklist might be looking at Beatrix as a potential option in the gold lane.
And it's a safe bet. The Beatrix just has great coverage. Now you're wondering, are they ready to face off against the Harith? Because when you take out the Mincetar and you're going in for a dive comp, much like what Echo is rocking, because again, Sanji might be the only one who is actually an artillery member of that lineup. I think the Harith seems solid, especially when you have a hero that wants to get in there like the Arlet.
Yeah, they could possibly go and opt for, you know, that's one of the main things I would say about Benny Cutie is the fact that he likes to kind of switch up the options for the gold lane. Again, that's why I was saying, you know, my wish list is that Mincetar once more, but it could just be banned out for the series. Now he still has that Harith pick available too. We're not really sure exactly how they want to play this, but with this pickup, the Rafaela coming back up, it was only picked once.
The whole season.
The whole season.
By next play Evos.
That's the thing. In the hands of Brusco DR, not even by the Queen. So has the Queen day after day, back to back, been feeling spicy. Yeah, like last night, she picked up the Angela.
Yeah. And now the Rafaela. I wonder what that means for the gold lane here for Blacklist International. Are we going to be seeing a Bruno potentially, the classic combo for a Rafa, but then it's up against a Farsa? I believe the pickup of the Farsa was really just for avoidance, movement speed, as Echo gets her hands on the Harith for Benny Cutie, and Yaoi picks up the Lolita. A lot of AoE for the lineup of Echo. The holy healing from the Rafa now looks very good.
If there's anything I know about the Storm, about the M4 Grand Finals champion, MVP, is he likes the Harith this season, in the playoffs especially. So is it going to be the Bruno? The last time that this combo worked was, what, in the heyday of M3? So that was, what, for the better part of 2 years ago. I wonder if it's a thing now.
Bruno up against the Farsa again is a matchup that does not favor the Bruno.
Speaking of Grand Finals MVPs, is that the Prince?
What does he have on? He's got some merch on.
What? Up front.
Up front.
Watching the competition. Of course, we all know they're all friends. It's all support. But you know, they're watching. They're scouting.
Next to the Raja too.
Yeah. Hey, we carried him earlier.
That's right. What a privilege.
What an honor.
I wish I was there.
Well, you know, another time maybe. But I love this because this whole playoffs has felt like a reunion, like a homecoming.
Yes.
You know, and it really has felt like that. And I know we got special guests here as well. So I can't wait for this to unfold. It feels like we already blazed through the draft, but look at this.
Everybody just following in my footsteps, but I don't blame you. Everybody just does not want to call it either way. Maybe, just my guess, for the sake of this rivalry extending all the way to Phnom Penh, Cambodia, or just for the sake of it going the third in a trilogy. You don't know. This is the rubber match.
Yeah, this is like technically, like I said, because they're both 1-for-1 in different ways. This is that best of one now, right? But it's over the course of a best of 7, basically.
It's an epic.
An epic. And I'm sure this is something that the two teams are thinking about. The epic rivalry. Blacklist International and Echo. The Brody was the last pickup there for Blacklist, and paired up with the Rafaela, should be happy with free hitting and avoiding key abilities.
Blacklist not going to be lacking for vision. I think that's one of the few things that teams have been lacking towards the way that they build lineups in the playoffs. And here this time around with that Rafaela, Holy Healing should be able to check in. Oh!
Wow. All right, they already get an early flicker out from UA, taking quite a bit of damage here. But this is kind of what we have to expect, right? A little bit of push and pull between both teams because, like you were just mentioning, Leo, you know, Blacklist International has that holy healing available to them. But already Carl Teasy being quite aggressive himself. Going to get the flicker out and gets the first blood.
Hold up. Is this the first time in forever we've seen Carl Teasy rock the Bren Esports Lancelot skin?
Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah, good thing you noticed that, dude. That has to be like something to empower him, to motivate him that this is where it all began for me.
Would that be his final form? Like, is that technically?
I am him. That's it.
Yeah.
He is declaring this match has now begun. I am
me.
Yeah, and we were joking about it behind the scenes. Man, I can't believe the final form of Carl TZ might actually be Tanks a Lot with hybrid build.
Apparently, speak of the devil.
He's grown.
More than just.
Yes.
He has grown and he has become great. Turtle already up.
Okay. Blacklist International trying to get in position here. Once again, though, Wise exactly isn't here. They might just be willing to trade it. And as they do, Carl TZ going to secure that first turtle. It looked like, Wise was trying to get some pressure on that purple buff, but he decided to just go back anyway. It was kind of spotted out.
Yeah, tremendous read there by the members of Echo, specifically the Lolita on Yaoi. Right. Getting the vision there for Carl TZ that, hey, he's here, that made Wise go back. And I believe the early death onto Oh My Venus, the lack of the level 4 there, meant that Black said, yeah, way too risky for us to lose anymore. Let's just back off.
Already, something to note, here in the XP lane, there's some action. They didn't do the double XP rotation.
Yeah, which is puzzling to me because I thought we'd be seeing that all series long. But then they decided, okay, let's just go back to basics. It's going to be a long 7-game series. I feel like this is part of just the feeling out process. But then at the same time, Rafaela in the mid roaming around, helping the mid and the jungler roam around. It's more beneficial for them.
Whoop.
Oh, there's a lot happening here. The flicker in, Nonton Blast. Owl will fall. Top side, meanwhile, in the mid lane, a little bit of poking back and forth too, but already Echo gaining the momentum in this game 1.
Reptar, you talked about how Oh My Venus has parked herself in mid. That's what happens. She couldn't help Owl.
And Owl just suffered a massive Numenon blast that made it possible because the other members of Echo were pushing back the other members of Blacklist around the middle portion of the map.
Oh.
That forced that to happen. Great call by Echo and great play.
Oh, top side though, Owl once again going to be in trouble here. Feathered Airstrike pops the damage. Benny Cutie will get the kill. The sustain from the Holy Healing was not enough to deal with that.
So yeah, the first time around, it was just the two of them up top. Yeah. Now, they have Oh My Venus, but Sanji comes in.
Yeah, it seems like Echo are treating the XP lane as just back to what we treated it in S9. It's just gonna be a dead lane. Sure, let them clear the minion waves. They will rotate. We'll put the pressure on the gold. Owl has been monstrous this playoffs. Echo is respecting that, and they want to stop that.
Is this Echo dictating the pace, making their own meta the way that they want to? Or the Orcas swimming up against the wave that is Blacks International?
Definitely. That is what you do when you're up against the Blacklist, against your rivals.
Well, they just want to go ahead and give up the turtles here. Carl TZ is going to secure the second one. A lot of focus on the top side, though. Looking for a possible pick here. Blacklist International. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and charge that Nonton Blast up. Just help clear the waves. They kind of know, or at least they have a sense that something's going on here.
Yeah, when you only see Edward in the Turtle Pit contesting, most likely Blacklist International has 3 or 4 roaming around together. Again, that's just familiarity by Echo, knowing that Blacklist would want to get one back over Benny Cutie to help Owl cash up just a little bit.
Yep. It's basically saying,
oh! Owl! That's what it's saying. He can't survive that. Will fall. Carl TZ jumping to the backside, putting out the damage with the Thorn. Rose going to still go. Gets the flicker from Oh My Venus. There's the Retribution being used as well. Still the follow-up going to come out through. Real World Manipulation going to come down, forcing it under the turret. He charges up! Finds the target. UA will fall. And Echo still in the driver's seat. Might be looking for another! Benny Cutie gets the cleanup kill. And now it's Oh My Venus and Edward. Here comes Carl TZ again. Right on through. Edward trying to salvage the situation. Has to flicker out himself, but he's stuck to. Echo dominating.
40 coming in. It's like they lived in the top lane of Blacklist for the longest time.
Chugga, 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 chugga. I hear it coming. It's the Echo Express. And this is their signature play style. Play fast, farm fast, fight early, and they are taking it straight to Blacklist International. 3 deaths already for Owl. Look at that Harith already with a Feather of Heaven and Calamity Reaper in his hands. Less than 8 minutes in.
6 K ahead, almost at about what, 5 minutes. That was the worst I've seen this game so far go for Blacks International. They have yet to get a single kill, a single objective, and I'm looking for a possible way to clap back. Are we expecting Edward to go ahead and force us to go into the late game and then get a final slash in? Because we have barreled into what is possibly the earliest late game we've ever seen.
This is once again happening here. Wise going to be quite low. One hit away. Goes down to Sanji. Carl TZ securing the third turtle of the game. Now Yawi on the run here. Blacklist looking for their first kill.
Wow.
Will get it with a torn apart memory. But now Echo getting in position to clap back in a counter play. Sanford going to show himself. The healing's going to be there, but here comes Carl TZ going to force them back. Owl flickers out. Carl TZ trying to go in, going to get stunned with the Holy Baptism, and the turret will fall. Now here comes Edward, trying to see if he can do anything about this. He has the tankiness. Final slash going to be used. Feathered airstrike to follow him up. He's going to be taken away from the team with a split. In trouble now. Wise trying to help out. On the retreat, Blacklist goes. Benny Cutie, though, forcing them back.
Here's what's amazing about what Echo is doing. They want Blacklist to fight back. They know that if Blacklist just welcomes the fight, when they're not ready, Echo's going to win 100% of the time. The best thing that Blacklist is doing now is just tempering their expectations.
That is the right call here by Echo. And yes, Blacklist can only temper their expectations and try to balance it out. Yawi misses.
Yawi gonna miss that, but they're still gonna be able to get a kill. Wise will fall. Still, turret being worked on. Feathered airstrike to help out. Yawi will follow. 1-for-1 trade. Blacklist, though, still has a ton of work ahead of them.
Yeah, that's a good trade for Echo. Roamer for the jungler, for the one true king as Midnight dubbed the Wise. And Echo, they can just continue this. But now at this point, this is where they start tempering their own expectations a bit. Yes, it's still roughly a 7,000 gold lead. Yes, there are still members of Blacklist catching up on items. No full build just yet for Owl. He was forced to build another item just for a little bit more magic defense on his side. But that doesn't mean Blacklist can't punish. Echo, their dirty tendency of over-diving under tower, they cannot do that. Just play it safe, play around the lords, and keep it calculated.
About 5 to 6 minutes, yeah, you can play hard and fast. Maybe, as you said, dirty like that. But now, as soon as you give Blacklist more kills, fair to be said, both of them given to Yawi, given through Yawi, it should be fine. But then again, we've seen teams fall to the same mistake, having such a great lead. Free Lord for Echo as they go ahead and march through mid.
What a zone out by Sanji, by the way. Not stopping with that feather airstrike.
Yeah, Yawi gonna wait once again. The turret's gonna fall here. The hole comes through. There's the rear world manipulation coming down. Sanford will fall. Was it worth the turret here? Lord now marching down the mid lane. We'll see if they can actually convert this into an inhibitor.
Doesn't look like it. Way too sketchy. Nope. Because of their lineup, they can't go up into this. You've got to watch out for the positioning because of the final slash. Something to be careful about. That's a good cut by Carl TZ. Stop the minion wave, and that will increase their chances of, successfully breaking the turret up top.
Yeah, so here's what I was getting at, right? First couple of kills on Yawi. Slowly but surely, if you let Blacklist continue at this pace, which they're slowly getting comfortable with, they will upgrade, they will upsell. And they got Sanford. Who's next? Are you going to say Benny Cutie might get a death here? Maybe even Sanji? That's what Echo has to watch out for.
Yeah, and Benny Cutie will really have to hold on to his Purify the best possible moment. But there's so many crucial crowd control abilities on the side of Echo that which one is he going to hold out for? Is it really just going to be if ever he gets Final Slash, if he gets taunted or whatever, knocked up, stunned, everything.
RWM'd?
Everything. So much crowd control. Benny Cutie has to really channel his inner, Benny Cutie, and just be careful with this entry as he always has been.
Relatively mum this past minute here after Blacks International successfully defended that Lord. So, yeah, you could take this as a clear sign that, hey, Echo have started to slow down. They went, down a second gear for the Echo Express, safe to say.
My goodness, Benny Cutie already has a divine glaive. 11 minutes in. This Harith is a problem, but Blacklist International, they're holding it out. They're just doing everything they can to get a little bit more farm, try to funnel whatever minion waves come in for Owl.
I'm wondering if the play here for Blacklist International is just possibly give up the next Lord, right? Not fight it because of the massive, look at the gold, right? The massive gold disparity here, right? You just give up the Lord, you defend in your base, you have pretty good wave clear. You can also help out with using that final slash. So it might just be better, like you guys mentioned, buy some more time. There's another big item pickup for Echo. So, you know, at this point, if you are Blacklist International, you want to be able to just hold on, and then if mistakes are made, which we've seen them do before, punish, right? And then kind of slowly gain control back into this game. But right now, it is the Echo Express.
Yeah. It's funny because Blacklist International has a relatively great high ground defense, but they are up against a Harith and a Farsa that clears minion waves so fast. And if Sanji really just waits for the perfect moment to drop that feathered airstrike, that'll be 2 hits, and Blacklist members will be forced to go back.
And that's what's scary. Blacklist can't hold out for that. Not only can they, but they can even force Echo to do such because this is going to be a Luminous Lord. But at what point is that going to hit critical mass? Because again, Lord's going to be marching down through mid this time around, and they can find a better angle. They can sink. The last time there was a Lord, there were still tier 2 turrets.
Yeah. Minion waves, Echo. They can't just go with one minion wave, dive under tower, dive under turret. That has bitten them many times throughout the season, and even during the playoffs. One of the main reasons why they got knocked down to the lower bracket. It's the Blacklist they're up against. Gotta watch out. Benny Cutie just picked up a concentrated energy. It's gonna be a lot of regen for this Harith. I wonder if Echo will they actually try to brute force this?
Well, here we go. Lord gonna go ahead and charge up. Blacklist International on the defense. Some more item pickups come through. Yaoi dealing with the final slash from Edward. Turret now falls. Concealed play going to be used here, looking for their own angle. Carl T's going to push them back. BennyQT using the Zaman force. Ooh. He's going to get cut off, though, quite low. RWM going to come down. The final slash from Edward, though, cleaning up the kill. Still going to be going. Yaoi going to charge up, buying some time. And now Sanji trying to hold on as well. The chase ensues. Flicker comes through. Carl teasing down on the box side. Will find Edward. Still going to be going. Double kill so far. Wise one a flicker, though. Sanji avoiding the Appraiser's wrath. It's a triple kill for Carl Teasy.
The fight was brought all the way out towards mid, and now there's only 2 defenders left.
Now they're going to be looking to end this game number 1 here on that play. They've got a few minions, but is it going to be enough? Oh my Venus will fall. And it's the Echo Express all the way through to game 1.
The Orcas draw first blood. Game 1 taken here by Echo.
Owl has been monstrous all throughout the playoffs. Echo said, hey, you guys are up against now. Hey, Owl, it's the grand finals. Yeah, we're going to make life a living hell for you.
Man, that last team fight, where you thought, you know, there might be some hope there for that defending. That was a second Lord, or was it the third Lord? Second Lord. Luminous. And if they would have survived that, maybe, yeah, they would have been able to buy time. But like we mentioned, Echo Express, man, we went through it. They've been in this position before, and they don't often let go of those leads that they have.
Yeah, and it seems like we talked about a state of flow numerous times throughout the season. Echo were just in that state of flow. It's like they remembered their World Championship form, their confidence. And that's something that Echo brought up in a previous interview as well. After their victory, they said, oh, we're no longer scared to engage. We're more confident now. And you saw it there. The confidence, the lack of hesitation. And they just barreled through Blacklist International.
And I think it's that same confidence that they have to use at the right time. Here they did. Definitely, they understood the assignment that as Echo Express, there's at some point, the point of no return, where no, we can't do Echo system anymore. Because if we do, we're playing in the Blacklist's territory. And here they ended very, very quickly. An amazing job here by our M4 World Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a treat for you. We're going to go over to the analyst stand. Midnight's going to talk to us. He's going to tell us exactly what happened here in Game 1.
Orcas! Game 1 victory for Echo. Intense yung naging laban natin. And mukhang nakapag-prepare ang Echo laban sa Blacklist International. It was an amazing game for the Orcas. And natin i-breakdown yan dito sa ating analyst stand. Pero bago lahat, gusto ko lang sabihin na dahil ito ay special na Grand Finals, gusto ko lang gumanti sa ibang bansa. I want to be able to fight back. Shoutouts pala sa Malaysia, Cambodia, and Indonesia. They kept on importing our players. And with a special Grand Finals appearance, I want to be able to get back to them. That's why I imported a very important friend. My boy, what's up over there?
Kamusta mga mahal kong Filipinos? Man, it's amazing to be here. The atmosphere, the Filipino crowd, and both Echo and Blacklist International are popping off. But hey, it seems like that game, it was all Echo.
Dude, it was really all Echo on game number 1. But before that, I want to ask you, how has it been in Philippines?
It's been pretty easy, man. Especially the ranked games.
Oh, you're going there, huh? Okay, are you gonna say that it's as easy as the Indonesian ranked games?
Oh, man. I wouldn't say Indonesian ranked games. It's as easy as the Malaysian ones.
Oh, okay. Okay. Huge shout-outs, Gideon and Lafel. So let's leave it at that, okay? Malaysia, your turn next. Anyway, we go back to game number 1. Again, it was a masterclass performance coming out from Echo. They really did study, the Ube strategy, and it felt like Blacklist International, they had little to no responses, and it felt like it has to boil down to the draft.
I agree, right? I mean, the draft really is the foundation of the plays that they were making all around there. And Carl Tizzy was able to get so much space all the way from the early game. I think first blood was at the first minute. And it came down to just getting these solid counters in that are honestly quite unexpected, right? Going for the Harith, going for the Farsa as well right now up against the Brody. Someone who really struggles up against a Purify and obviously mobility plus that crazy range plus burst from the Farsa that really enables the other members to do what they please, because Blacklist were so concerned of keeping the distance or maybe trying to just bait out that feather airstrike that Carl TZ gets to be that shadow striker.
Yeah, and they did have answers on the side of Blacklist International, but it felt like all the rotations, all the movements on the map, it was checked by Echo. The first movements, Wolf mentioned this on the Filipino broadcast. Blacklist International tried to go for the invade against Carl TZ's purple buff. But Yaoi and Sanji was there. They were like, nah, it's not your day, You're not going to get any resources. You're not going to get any trade-offs from the turtle. And after that, it was just Echo's game. All over the mid-game, the momentum was there. And it felt like this Brody did little to nothing for Blacklist International. And this was something that Echo prepared during the drafting stage. When they saw the Rafaela, there were little to no marksmen to follow up the Rafaela. It felt like only Brody was the sufficient answer for the side of Blacklist International. And again, as you mentioned, Brody does not do well against this type of lineup from Echo.
Definitely. Very, very tough game for the Brody. And as we can see from the draft again here in the item builds, Blacklist International, they really were heavily prioritizing that mid-game power spike. That's the name of the game for them. That was their prime winning condition. But the thing is, for Echo, they've drafted a composition that can go to the late game, but also finds pretty good comfort in the mid-game. A lot of mid-game power spikes from the Lancelot, even the Harith and the Farsa, and obviously that glue oppression from Sanford that was also just seen here, not from the kill participation though, because as you can see from the team fight participation, it was Yaoi and Sanji. Mid-control is #1. When you're up against Blacklist International, who's been able to snowball a lot of their early game leads into that mid-game end with Venus and Yue. Knowing that it's a Yve, they gotta try to just maximize that wave clear from the Farsa and Lolita. Good combo, plus that mobility from the Wings by Wings.
Yep, and it felt like Blacklist International were outmatched, I would say, from every aspect of the roles that they had. And Yaoi and Sanji did amazing on the tank support duo, but the showing of the original prodigy, the Lancelot god of the Philippines, Carl TZ on his Lancelot. 505, and we've seen the genius of this guy, the ability, the mechanics, it's there.
我が槍を敵の血で染めよう。
生きるとは死神を欺くということだ。
すべてを終わらせるまで私は戦い続ける。
あったしのフラッシュビートを聞かせてあげるよ。
自分の道は自分で決める。
一針縫ってあげようか。
今度は俺が選ぶ番だ。
休んでいる時間はないぞ。見くびってもらっては困る。数では負けないぞ。
俺はただの武器ではない。
全部ぶっ壊してやる。正義を執行する。
悪の生産者ハヤブサ参上。痛みを感じられるということは
私はノシュラルの娘。命を懸けてこの土地を守る。
エンジンスタート。
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Takiのオレンジが必要だね。 安全のためにミサイルを取り付けなければならないんだ。やあ、若者よ。乗っていかないか。しっかり掴んでるんだぞ。スピードアップだ。
First blood.
ドドドド。このスピード。やあ、若者よ。乗っていかないか。
An ally has been slain.
安全のためにミサイルを取り付けなければならないんだ。
The enemy has slain the turtle.
このスピード最高だ。しっかり掴んでるんだぞ。スピードアップだ。多機能レンチが必要だ。
Initiate retreat. An ally has been slain. Request backup.
Understood.
Launch attack. An enemy has been slain. Launch attack. Okay. Enemy missing. Enemy has been slain. Enemy missing. Ally has been slain.
スピードアップだ。
Gather up the turtle.
Backup. An ally has slain the turtle. Launch attack. Ally has been slain.
このスピード最高だ。
Initiate retreat.
多機能レンチが必要だね。
Request backup.
Understood.
Enemy missing. Request backup. You have slain an enemy.
ドドド
Launch attack! Launch attack! Slain. Initiate retreat. Attack turret has been destroyed.
敵のオレンジが必要だね
Initiate retreat.
最高だ
Ally has been slain. Enemy has slain the turtle. Ally has been slain. Enemy rampage.
安全のためにミサイルを取り付けなければならないんだ
Have been slain. Our turret is under attack. Enemy has been slain. Launch attack.
滝のオレンジが必要だ
Launch
ね
attack. Enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat. Okay.
ドドドド
Initiate retreat.
安全のためにミサイルを取り付けなければならないんだしっかり掴んでるんだぞ
Request backup. Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
スピード最高だ
Our turret is under attack.
やあ若者よ乗っていかないか
Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Initiate retreat.
滝のオレンジが必要だね
Initiate double kill. Triple kill.
ドドドド
Our turret is under attack. Backup. Killing spree. Your team destroyed the turret.
このスピード最高だ安全のためにミサイルを取り付けなければならないんだしっかり掴んでるんだぞスピードアップだ
Initiate retreat. An ally has been slain. Understood. Our turret has been destroyed. Initiate retreat. Destroyed. Our turret is under attack. Launch attack. Well played. The enemy has slain Lord. Turret has been destroyed. Retreat! Request backup! Your team destroyed a turret! Launch attack! Request backup! Initiate retreat.
多機能レンチが必要だね
Initiate retreat. Ult is not ready. An ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
やあ若者よ乗っていかないか
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Double kill. Triple kill.
ミサイルを取り付ける
Slain an enemy. Launch attack. Request backup. Launch attack. Initiate retreat. Launch attack.
やあ若者よ乗っていかないか
Launch attack. Initiate retreat. Team, initiate retreat. Legendary. Initiate retreat.
このスピード最高だ 安全のためにミサイル飛ばしてやる
Launch attack. Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Enemy has been slain. Launch attack. An enemy has been slain. Request backup. Attack the Lord. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
このスピード最高だ
Launch attack.
ぶっ飛ばしてやるしっかり掴んでるんだぞスピードアップだ
Attack the Lord. Backup.
多機能レンチが必要だね
Initiate retreat. Launch attack. Okay.
安全のためにミサイルを取り付けなければならない
Launch attack. Request backup.
滝にぶっ飛ばしてやる
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
Understood.
Have been slain. Defeat.
QT, they ramped up, and I feel like it has something to do with the gameplay of Yawi on the Grok. He
Game face of the day!
Anytime, you know.
And again,
because flashbacks of M4, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And
I'm pretty sure the passing of a goat is like what do you call that? A traditional marriage
somewhere.
Yeah.
Thing
Somewhere
to
in the
do.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, goat is common pasture. Last pick up here for Echo. That's the Yawi pick. It's the Grok.
Yeah. They pick up the Grok, of course. They just wanted access onto the Forza. They need that setter. So, and it seems like they're not confident to play the Cho or an Atlas in that scenario because of one of the options that you mentioned to consider. The skewing of the battle spells. Purifies might be forced out here. So Grok instead seems to be the safer pick and choice for Echo.
Can I just ask, why have we not seen Atlas pop up?
As often.
At all? Like, has he popped up at all in the playoffs?
Once in the Echo RSG matchup earlier today.
Okay, so
Just
like
once.
You know, that's
Just
surprising. Because it just seems like a good option, but I guess, you know, maybe he's not so great in the meta right now.
Yeah, no, again, the fact that he skews the way you engage, and I don't know, it might be too honest. That's the problem earlier. It was too honest, and teams just had an answer. Going into game 2, this time around, look at this. The double XP lane start from Blacklist is back.
There it is. We were looking for it earlier. Smart adjustment here for Blacklist. It'll delay Sanford, make Edward be more present throughout the map. Oh My Venus gets the middle minion wave to hit number 2. And again, because of the XP lane siege minion, that's how you get quick level 2s across these 3 members of Blacklist and those positions that you see right now.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's, already Sanji's going to have to burn that flicker early on. So already a minor win here for Blacklist International,
Yes.
but nothing, you know, nothing crazy just yet.
They're not letting Echo's main artery breathe. They feigned the XP pressure and then like, nope, Sanji, Yawi, you'll watch yourselves.
Yeah, Blacklist, with how aggressive they're going around the map, the rotational speed of one Baksha, Blacklist can play like how Echo played earlier. Play fast, play aggressive. And it seems like with the rotations of UNO My Venus, yeah, they understand, okay, we can build up, speed up Owl. This carry is a comfort and, at this point, a signature pick for the gold laner of Blacklist.
I like it. And right now, all this leading up into the first turtle of the game here.
Whoa.
They can find any advantage, right? But mostly looking for those level 4s. Definitely going to want to contest this one compared to what we saw in the previous game, right? Where Blacklist just kind of gave those up. So already they're going to go and clash it out. Into the river they go. Quite low is Sanford. And he will fall. First blood being drawn by Blacklist International. And now Turtle also for the taking here. But Carl Teasy and Yawi still in the zone. Edward going to use the split, gets the Appraiser's Wrath out as well. They're a little bit outnumbered. Here they come. Feathered Airstrike used as well. And Carl Teasy will fall. Sanji unleashing on Edward with the real world manipulation. Can't dodge it enough. He's still alive for a little bit longer. Sanji on the run. Edward, though, still trying to get away. Yawi had to use the flicker. And Sanji grabs the killing blow.
Turtle still withstanding. And the thing is, Agent Zero, yeah, he was going to die anyways. So, minor win for Blacklist. They bought time there.
I love what Sanford did there. He really waited and held on to the Bravest Fighter activations because he was waiting for the immunity that the Faramis ult gives a team if it's expended way too early. Once that was gone, he was able to deal the damage and get a crucial kill there for Echo, but Blacklist played that so well also.
Well, now they're going to go for it again. Turtle going to reset. Still no one claiming the first one of the game. Just showing how much objective focus they're going to be here. Who grabs it? It's Carl Teasy. securing the turtle. Blacklist International still wants to fight.
Oh,
Edward
no.
gonna bring Carl TZ back here. The damage is there. He will fall. Sanford gonna jump in. Wise
40!
quite low. 40 goes. He gets Yue. Now Wise on the run here. Sanford still up. 2 versus 1. Split gonna be used here. He will get whittled down. He
King
falls.
Wise!
Wise
Oh!
gets taken down with the auto attack. Sanji with another kill.
It's weird. Our most peaceful lane is the gold lane.
Yeah.
They live in an island.
Opposite of what happened earlier in game number 1. I like the decision-making of these two teams, knowing that, okay, they can fight in certain scenarios. It'll be worse if we actually don't fight and just back off. It's not that it's messy, it's just calculated how these two teams are fighting right now early on in this game number 2. Sanji with an Ice Queen wand should help with the speed that Blacklist International has and the mobility that they have in fights, especially up against Wise's Baksha, who's trying to look for Benny Cutie.
Yeah, he's going to find the stun on Benny Cutie, but should be fine. Yawi there, thankfully for him as well. So, results into nothing, but like you guys mentioned, little cheeky stop there from Benny Cutie.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? We mentioned how Golden is relatively peaceful.
Yeah.
Echo and Blacklist say, you know what? Let's bring the party over there. Turtle is spawning, so expect that in the next 30 seconds to a minute, that's where things are going to get rowdy. What can we expect from this XP lane duel? Because look, Sanford in the first 5 minutes of this game has been instrumental, has been super important in Echo clapping back, regaining this lead. And, oh, caught easy! Grand Theft Orange!
Yeah, he's going to just take that away.
What a steal.
Anytime he can, he's going to do it.
My buff.
Carl TZ gets it, and that'll help the tempering of the rotational speed of Wise's Baksha. But again, it's still a very close game. Even without an orange buff, it's not a massive loss. He's not dependent on it, but it is still a very small win regardless. They still have to watch out for the objective. Wise.
Wise going to come crashing in. They get the flicker out from Sanji. Still going to be fighting for the turtle here. Conceal play going to be used. Yawi charges in with a wild charge. The damage isn't enough. Colt Alter going to come down, still fighting for it. Going to be cut off with the Guardian's barrier, and Wise will fall. Turtle secured by Echo.
The Guardian's barrier. Perfect placement there by Yawi, because it looked bad for Echo because the Queen held on to her Cult Altar for so long, maximizing the hell out of that, but one Guardian's barrier was enough. Blacklist could not have dodged into it, and after that turtle wins for Echo across the map. Mid lane and top lane, outer turrets are down for Blacklist.
Engagement could come out of nowhere here. Echo can force the issue. They're about 2K ahead, 6 minutes in. So far, there was a little bit of speed bump going into game 2, but no, Echo, if I'm not mistaken, is still going off of Echo Express. They've taken their momentum from game 1. Despite Blacklist readjusting to their speed, they might have gotten gassed here. They might have been caught out of their breath.
Echo, how they're playing right now, despite Blacklist taking it to them, and Blacklist are making the right calls with taking the fight to Echo, just trying to outmaneuver them, beat them, outclass them. But Echo are the ones who are doing that in the most recent sequences that we've seen in the game. 2.5k gold lead, not that difficult to get past. They just need to watch out and wait for some key abilities outside from Echo and then engage.
Yeah, that's the thing too, right? With this lineup that Blacklist International has, you are able to be very mobile, move around the map, play to the objective, but Owl going to be in trouble. Once again, the flicker comes out. We've seen Sanford do it before. He did it again. There's the wild charge from Yawi. Benny Cutie going to follow up. Oh My Venus will fall in the jungle. Echo furthering the Express down the tracks.
They're just pushing the advantage here. They know. Renmar, was it just a minute ago you said it was 2.5k? Nothing to worry about? It's ballooning to 4!
Yeah, and now you gotta worry if you're Blacklist International, because this means Echo can just continue to freely play aggressive in your own jungle, but Wise will try to look for Sanji.
Wise gonna find Sanji, gets the flicker down. Oh My Venus though quite low, has to use the Colt Altar. There goes Sanford, jumping in with the bravest fighter, will find the Queen. She falls, and now this is the green light for Echo to take the Lord.
Wow.
Turtle.
Echo. Lord Turtle.
Lord Turtle.
He has a title.
It's that quick, man. That's how fast this game has gone. You could have sworn it was a Lord.
Oh no, Owl! Looks like it's going to be another possible quick game here. Echo pressing on the gas.
Oh, King Wise Caught here in an Echo sandwich. Find Sanji again.
They're going to find Sanji. There they go with wild charge. Can they follow up on the kills here? Sanji does fall,
40.
but Sanford once again proving massive.
Stunned.
Benny Cutie will get another kill. The chase for Wise. UA there to help him out. Wise quite tanky enough, but Carl Teasy now joining the fight, gets the taunt off. Benny Cutie getting the shots with Renner. There's the Appraiser's Wrath, and it'll be a mega kill for Benny Cutie.
Oh dear lord, you see how potent that shotgun is? Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a Wesker do work, but Owl felt that.
Actually, it's something Benny Cutie likes to do. I even noticed that starting at M4, in certain moments, he does favor that shotgun just to get that sure kill. And that was a nice switch up. Great call by Benny Cutie to switch up the guns there. Malefic Roar is the item he has, and no wonder the damage coming out of that Batrix in the lead. Owl still struggling, just picked up the golden staff though, but the rest of Blacklist needs to catch up in terms of items. Look at the difference between the two mid laners. Only a Clock of Destiny there for Yue. The damage on this Farsa, you'll barely feel it at this point. But look at the items on Sanji already onto the glowing wand. You know, favorite item of the Eve.
And the thing about the Eve here this time around is it's been a prime target for Blacklist International. Weirdly enough, it's Wise who's actually given this task. But the fact is, Sanji can just keep counting on his flicker, and so far, it's worked.
Yeah, he's been great with the flicker, even the last game, and proving here as well. Benny Cutie able to pick up the Haas Claws, gonna extend his already phenomenal gameplay and positioning on this Beatrix.
Haas Claws was Wesker, imagine that.
Yeah.
It's like he has a cult altar of his own.
Man, that Beatrix really needs to be spotted out by Blacklist, but how can they? Seems like it might get to the point where if Blacklist can extend the team fight long enough so that it's Benny Cutie left alone or with just another member of Echo, that's how they'll try to get to him. Man, Echo and their Echo Express just acknowledging their power spikes, knowing that after a key victory, a certain point in the game, after that turtle, they made the right calls, pushed top, pushed mid, and then they just continued it. And now a comeback by Blacklist looks extremely difficult.
Man, they're circling their prey, much like the killer whales that they are. The school of orcas are outside the base of Blacklist International, the base of the agents. Oh man, you can hear it. It's so real, you can hear it.
You can hear it from Renmar right now. Conceal play gonna be used. Oh, he's gonna go in, finds targets. No stun gonna be there. Immortality will come down. Lord still being up here. They have to deal with this. They will lose the inhibitor turrets. Bottom, mid, top lane stands. Echo, do they want to go for more? Sanford gonna jump in with the bravest fighter. The flicker comes in. Chasing for Owl. Will find him before he falls himself. And they're happy with it. Edward trying to buy some time, but Benny Cutie unleashing the damage. And Oh My Venus will go down. Now Edward gonna be the next target. Benny Cutie is unstoppable. Echo looking to end game 2 here. UA in trouble. Will heal back up. It's Wise defending the crystal. Echo a couple hits away and they do it. They take game 2.
Shades of M4. I hate to say it, folks, but this is exactly how we felt. Calling that match in Sinayan Tennis Indoor. Echo is at 2-0 in this best of 7.
World Championship form for the reigning world champions. It's only 2 games. It's the best of 7. But this is how you start a long series.
Actually just brought into that chaos.
Prediction.
You were to this joy. Kaja Eve, yeah. Classic combo as well with all the slows that they have, almost a sure catch. And it is disruptive to have the Echo playstyle, but no, it's Fredrin, Kaja. It has to be, right?
Hey,
it's not?
They decided to offer the, I thought it said E for a second. They opted for the Farsa here.
So the threat here is if Echo pick up the Kaja, does Oh My Venus have a Franco? Because you can't have one of the... Are they going to force Echo to go into the second phase and not pick up either? Are they treating each like such a commodity?
Maybe. I feel like right now they're just deciding who's gonna bite the bait of Kaja's open, who's gonna pick it first. But at the same time, if this is gonna be a Kaja for Echo, I wouldn't be surprised if Blacklist just go ahead and pick up a Lolita later on. Or actually even in the third because it could get banned out. No one's picking up Kaja. And now actually, yeah, Blacklist will even think about picking up the Kaja because it's up against an Eve.
Something tells me Coach Treb and Coach Tick are looking at each other and saying, yo, that's the bait. This is the MTB Gambit. This is the Dexstar Gambit.
Yeah.
I get it. They both get it. This is a chess match among world-class coaches, world-class teams. No! And they're doing just that! The Kaja and the Franco go into the second phase!
Okay, does that mean that then, do they even want to go towards like, okay, Kaja on the board possibly for Blacklist, but like Renmar mentioned, it's not the best option.
That's right.
You know, going against the Eve because
window closed.
Yeah, window's kind of closed there. So now, do we see these bans still targeting those roam options for Blacklist International from Echo?
Yeah, they might take out Lolita, the counter engage, but then it's up against an Akai. Of course, Blacklist will take out the Franco here. They might consider one banner No My Venus, but maybe a banner and an Owl hero might be better. Such as this, they take away the Melissa, Farsa together are a fantastic combo, and it's a really good front line here for Blacklist International. Blacklist decide to take out the Kaja, so it becomes a second phase ban for Blacklist.
They were going to pick it anyways.
Yeah, so it's a restructuring of orders, of bans and pickings for both teams. And again, I'm still so surprised that no one bit the bait here. And maybe we'll see at the end of this draft who that benefits more.
Yeah, who it paid off for.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, you know, with now that the bans here are done, what exactly does Yaoi want to play?
Might end up with a Kufra.
Kufra,
Or
yeah.
I'm not turning off the idea of, whoa, what if Benecutie goes Lunox? But then that's a lot of magic damage, and then Yaoi goes Rome Akai. But considering that it's a Fredrin.
I've been waiting for too long.
What if they go Hayabusa for Girl TZ?
Not impossible.
Yeah.
That's a couple of solid soft targets already.
Okay.
And there it is, Yaoi's Cho, or as they say, Cho's Yaoi.
And it's a Matilda pickup.
Classic.
Classic. This is what Blacklist likes to play, use up against lineups like this that they're up against. But right now, this puts a lot of pressure on Edward and Wise. If Blacklist don't have okay, respectable early to mid game here, that means Edward and Wise were just punished hard. They're going to be holding a lot of the front lines.
Yeah, I think for Blacklist International, if they can at least, let's say early game, have an okay rotation in the jungle, deal with it, but also not let the Joy just kind of wreak havoc. That's exactly what she's drafted for early on and why she's so priority for a lot of teams, because you can actually do so much with that Joy pick, especially towards the back lines here. So you got to be able to cover your bases, and at the same time, man, we know how much damage this Yaoi, this Cho is going to be able to do.
Yeah.
If Yaoi is Cho, Carl is Lancelot, then Oh My Venus is Matilda and or Estes. So that's how textbook and that's how meaningful this draft has become for both teams. Again, Blacklist up against the wall, currently not on the board just yet. Let's get into game 3.
Management of the early to mid game here is crucial for Echo because of the two main pieces that they have in the Eve and the Beatrix. Sanford taking a bit of damage, or a lot of damage there from Edward.
This is dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Yue was going to try to put some pressure up there, but, you know, they already got the word, so Sanford's going to back off.
Yeah, but even though he goes back, because of when he completed the recall animation, as the minion awaits responding, he'll be able to get back in time without that big of a problem, without Edward getting anything actually on the shields. But this rotation of Blacklist is smart. Wise going out first there, but Yaoi Kaltizi responds in turn 2 closer up top.
So about a minute until the turtle comes out, and yeah, checking in for the first minute of this game, Blacklist reverts to the non-double XP lane start. So we've seen both kinds of the Ube strat in Season 11 come through, and Echo had an answer for both.
Exactly. Now, still slow and steady for both. Gonna be watching out. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like what Wise did there. That was a Smart use of the dashes that he had.
Oh,
he got
he
it
might
in.
get punished here. He's not going to be able to get away from this one. Wise will go down. First blood in the hands of Carl TZ. 15 seconds away from the first turtle of the game. So little advantage already starting for Echo.
Good news, Wise gonna make it back for the turtle take. Bad news, you don't want your jungler dying this early.
That was uncharacteristic of Wise for that to happen.
Oh.
But here comes
Okay.
Edward. Oh, they might be able to contest.
Edward going to come in, does have that level 4. Uses the final slash, but also still going to be fighting for the turtle. Sanji dropping the real world manipulation. Here comes Sanford. They're going to go in. Carl TZ able to secure it. There's the way of the dragon. Wise going to be cut off here. Sanford popping the beats here. No one going to fall. Turtle secure for Echo.
Wow, I really thought Blacklist were going to take that.
Clean!
But Echo decided to stick and fight. And Sanji's real-world manipulation was crucial there as well. And of course, the timing of the entry of Sanford. The San duo came in big in that crucial first turtle.
That's what makes the San duo so dangerous. The fact that it's an XP laner and a mid laner that's so in sync, that's so mechanically gifted, it just shrinks the opponent's window of opportunity. The mechanics and the game IQ of these two.
And because of the pressure and control of the map, Yawi with the kick!
Yawi gonna get the kick off. He isn't gonna be able to follow up though just yet. Gets stopped by Wise. There you go. Certainly gonna come down. Yawi chunked down. Still okay. Now Benny Cutie forcing the flicker out. Carl TZ comes through with the heavy spin. Sanji will capitalize on the kill. And now it's Wise in UA. And also Owl making his way. They're going to back off.
This is exactly how Echo wants it. They've been playing the same way since game 1, into game 2, into game 3. Quick, hard, fast, and messy.
To add injury to injury, as that entire sequence was happening, Owl was just solo killed by Benny Cutie.
Before the whole sequence.
Yeah.
Before the whole sequence, actually. And this is, again, just Echo continuing their best qualities in game 1 and game number 2. And Blacklist just trying to readjust and answer to it. Echo right now still in the flow and in the zone. Blacklist, what else could they do here to actually turn the tides, a counter punish onto a failed Yaoi attempt probably. But right now, with the lineup and the positioning of Sanji and the timing of entry of Carl TZ,
oh Lord,
Echo are making sure they have those insurance plans.
Oh, Wise going to be forced out from his orange buff. He might still be able to get it, but look at that. Sanford going to hold him. Forced back to the base, going to lose his buff. Meanwhile, Turtle now up here, second one of the game. UA now getting a position. Oh my Venus holding down the front. The damage is there. The stun comes through. They get the flicker out from Yaoi. So he at least does not have that available. Echo still going back and forth. Edward now in Wise here. They also get the heavy spin out from Carl TZ. This could be a take for the Turtle. Final slash going to come through. Sanji has the flicker. Here comes Sanford dancing on the queen. She will fall. Still Wise in position. Here, Carl TZ does it again. And now they force Blacklist International back here. Appraiser's Wrath going to come down, but he gets kicked to the team, and Benny Cutie gets the kill.
Deja vu. That's a replay, but with more this time around from that initial sequence in the first hurdle.
Paint this image in your head, folks. A killer whale, an orca in the seas, ridden by a goat. Carl TZ again winning a retribution duel against Wise. And again, the factor of the Sanford late entry coming in big. And the response of Echo, Benny Cutie timing up that snipe with the kick of Yaoi.
Whoever will try to engage into turtle fights the way Carl TZ does here, I give you fair warning. Not everybody can do the same thing, especially if you don't have the same sync as Carl TZ does with the rest of Echo.
Yeah, and even in that fight, he didn't have the heavy spin because he had to use it early, right? So the fact that he's actually able to still accomplish that is insane and speaks volumes for exactly how much skill Carl TZ has here. So right now, it's Blacklist International, familiar territory from the previous 2 games, working against this Echo Express. Yaoi was looking for an angle, but they're going to focus on the tier 1. Carl TZ comes in with the heavy spin. Meanwhile, on the backside, Sanford will push him back too. No one's going to fall, though. A fight for a resource here could ensue. Yaoi gets the G-Kundo up. Now, Sanford once again going to force back Wise from his buff. Still might have to go for it. Can't get it.
Oh, our buff, says Carl TZ.
Man, Echo, their layering of abilities is brilliant right now. And Yaoi, it's like he knows one of the conditions of Blacklist is, all right, counter punish a failed Yaoi attempt. Jeet Kune Do pickoff attempt.
We get it. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody understands.
Yeah. And Yaoi held on to it, as you pointed out there, Naisu. The discipline on Yaoi to not pull the trigger there.
Yeah, still, once again, there's the trigger. Y's going to be the one to get kicked. Sanford heading for Yue. Carl Teasy secures another turtle. Y's going to fall here. Oh my goodness, on the run. Can't get away from Sanji. 2 down, looking for a third. Here comes Carl once again. Sanji and Benikuti making their way. Owls in trouble. Now Yue. The storm comes through.
First the king and the queen, and then the rest of the cavalry. Edward.
Legend Agent Zero. 1 versus multiple. Still 1 hit away. Bob and Weaving can't get away. Sanford gets the kill.
Try as he did. Edward will fall to 4 and Echo 7.3K and counting gold lead. Not even 9 minutes in this game, it's 10-1. Everything Blacklist want to do to gain control, to turn it around, just keeps getting stopped over and over again by Echo. Their layering of entries, abilities, and timing. Yaoi with a kick!
Yaoi gonna get the way of the dragon once again off. The follow-up damage is gonna be there. They unleash. Carl Teasy finds the lockdown on Edward. The damage comes through. Benikuti with another kill.
Gentlemen, is it just me or is the Echo Express getting faster and faster throughout the series? 7K. Almost 8K gold lead now, just about 8 minutes and just approaching 8 minutes and 30 seconds in.
The funny thing is, that was a miscalculation by Benikuti's Bennett's Rage, because it did not hit Wise at all. It actually friendly fired himself, but of course no friendly fire in MLBB. But it's just Carl Teasy entering perfectly again with that heavy spin.
That's just how much damage Echo's presenting. He miffed, but they got it anyways.
Yaoi once again finding out here, but no follow-up to follow this time. He will get punished. Blacklist International finding a mistake. They're still going to go. Oh my Venus comes through with a circling eagle. Sanji going to be in trouble. Ow, here comes Sanford chasing him down. They pay him back, but it's 2 down. Heavy spin, finding 2. Oh my Venus down, Edward to follow. You can't stop the storm.
Double sandwich play into a 2-for-3 trade. Started out bad. They gave up the playmaker, but Echo comes out with more on the way out.
This isn't just the Echo Express now. Inside the train, if you look at one of the train carriages, there's an Echo buffet. The sandwiches that they've been dishing out to Blacklist International throughout this series. The late entries again. Benikuti making the most out of his dashes. He did not need to use Flicker in that scenario when we thought Blacklist found the perfect way to capitalize on an Echo mistake.
Oh, Renmar. Nice. It's about to happen again.
Oh, they're going to try to cut him off here. Turret a couple hits away. They find the lockdown on Edward. He's got to flicker around. Can they survive this? Sanford goes in with a vengeance. The follow through with Yaoi. Wise is in trouble. Triple kill for Benikuti again. The guy is massive.
The Echo Express, as you put it, in one carriage has a buffet, in another a full ecosystem. It's like Snowpiercer in here, fam.
In the Philippines, you only got 2 seasons, dry and wet. Benikuti the Storm, he's wet right now. This is a wet performance, 8-0-6. This is just an absolute dismantling of Blacklist International. A Blacklist that looks so dominant in the playoffs. Echo, what are they on?
Where were these Orcas in the early days of the playoffs? Did it take their longtime rival Blast International to unlock this level of gameplay? Oh no!
Oh, they're still going to be going. Carl Teasy has the heavy spin on the defense. He will get shut down by Owl. Still, Lord going to be up here. Echo trying to think twice. They will be fended off. Blacklist International deals with the base siege.
Despite the 10K gold lead, Blacks International defended amazingly.
Oh my God!
Oh!
You can't dodge that, I guess.
You can't defend that way if your farce is down like that. Where did that come from?
There's a sniper in the building. What in the heck? The Void Crystal from the Eve. Right at the tip, Sanji was like, all right, Benny, I'll set you up. The burn, ooh, it's hot. It's hot.
Oh, Lord. He's wet and he's hot.
There's a whole lot.
Ouch. You catch a fever that way. That's how you get sick.
Yep. Fun fact, for the people coming here for M5, gotta avoid that. But now, let's see if Blacklist can avoid getting set up by Echo yet again. Edward, though, we gotta commend his final slash. Another snipe coming in from Benny. But those are little windows that Echo still, even with this crazy of a lead, cannot afford to give. You have to be careful. That was a fantastic final slash by Edward.
We're about 30 seconds away from a Luminous Lord. So again, the same situation as in games in this series prior. Not much for Blacklist. Yeah, they're getting kills, but not a single turret. Nice to look. Just that one turret up top. But it's still standing. It still counts.
It's technically still up, right? I know it's a one hit away, but as of right now, Blacklist doesn't have any objectives really for their favor, right? Now they're dealing with almost a 12K gold lead. And just these kind of check shots coming out from Benny Cutie are enough to deal with here for Blacklist International. They're probably just going to have to give up this Lord as well and hope for a defense of a lifetime.
Sanford clearing the minion wave like he did, even checking just in case. The minion waves up top, pushing there for Echo, definitely a free Lord. And now Blacklist will have to hope that they have enough firepower, that they can layer their abilities well enough to punish what will be, most likely, a very aggressive entry here by Echo.
Okay, so good news. Blacklist has amazing Highland defense. They're rocking that carry. They're rocking that Farsa. If they need to, bob and weave inside their own base, they have the Matilda. Amazing final slash on Edward. The potential for the taunt. But that's best case scenario. I'm not so sure Echo's just going to allow all those layerings to come in at the right time because they're such great spoilers. They can play at their tempo. Again, Yawi on the show. That alone has to be a threat.
We posed the question earlier, the possibility of Yawi going back on one of his signature heroes. The Echo M4 skin that I'm pretty sure we'll be getting. But now with the Siege, what can Blacklist do?
Here they go. Yawi's going to decide to go in. Finds a way the dragon. Oh my Venus going to fall. Carl Teasy on the backside plus Sanford forcing him back. Benny Cutie going to flicker in. It's not enough for Blacklist. Another triple comes through. And now Echo finds him at match point.
The Orcas threaten. Match point. 3-0 in a best of 7. I said it again. From Jakarta to here, Blacklist has to pull something out right here, right now.
It has to be at this moment. You do not want to be in this scenario. Backs